Hey, it's Greg from musicianmonster.com, and in this video, I'm going to show you how to get your music onto places like Spotify and Apple Music using Tunecore's publishing administration and distribution services. So Tunecore helps aspiring musicians get their music on Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, and over 150 other global streaming platforms. So for a low annual fee, Tunecore will actually distribute your album or single on digital music stores so that you can build your music career and keep 100% of the revenue. Tunecore is sponsoring this video, but I use them all the time for my own music, and I highly recommend the service. I remember the first time that I signed up for Tunecore, I actually heard about it and I wasn't sure what to expect. People were streaming my music to places like iTunes and other platforms, and I was getting 100% of the royalties from those streams back into my Tunecore account, okay? So finally, before we get started, Tunecore is helping out my subscribers by offering 20% off your first distribution when you use Tunecore. So if this is your first time doing that, be sure to use this link or the one that's in the comment descriptions below for a 20% off your first distribution. All right, so let's get started. Okay, so first what you wanna do is you wanna either log in or create an account. Just follow the on-screen instructions. And then once you're in your dashboard for the first time, the first thing you want to do is you want to click on Publishing Administration and then click on Register. Fill out what's relevant to you. Click Next. Verify your information. And then click Next again. Agree to Tunecore's terms and conditions. Review the pricing. And then click Proceed to Checkout. So when you sign up for Publishing Administration in Tunecore, there is a one-time fee of $75. But the benefit of that is once you pay it, you could submit as many compositions as you like at no cost. Okay, they don't charge you for any additional submissions. I'll do that in a moment, but first I want to let you know that the value of the service that Tunecore is offering us is insane. Because anytime someone listens to or streams, purchases, license, or uses your music, you'll get paid for it, okay? So it's like having a team of personal money collectors flying around the globe on your behalf. So in exchange for doing all of that work and collecting all that revenue for us, we get to keep 85% of the total royalties that they collect on our behalf and 80% of the income for sync commission. So it's an amazing deal for what we get in return. All right, so moving on. So once the order is complete, now you're in your dashboard. So what we need to do is we've registered for publishing administration, but we need to submit a composition. All right, so this is like individual song, and you just click that button and then go to add composition. After you finish filling out this info, I get a ton of questions about splitting compensation between different songwriters. This is where you do that, okay? All right, so now that adding the song composition is complete, let's make sure we're distributing our music as well. So when logged into your Tunecore account at any time, you can click on the top left-hand side right on Tunecore's logo to visit the distribution homepage. All right, this is the homepage of your account, but this is where we distribute, okay? The way that you do that is you click either album, single, or ringtone, depending on the type of the piece, and you fill out the on-screen instructions from there to distribute. So I've already given step-by-step instructions on how to distribute your music through Tunecore, so be sure to check that out if you haven't already. So before we continue, I get a lot of questions about the difference between publishing administration and Tunecore's distribution service. Okay, so distribution and publishing are two different services, but both services help collect royalties on our behalf. So distribution with Tunecore is simply assisting artists in getting their music on streaming platforms like Spotify and Apple Music. They also have 150 total places that they distribute all over the world to. And Tunecore actually collects the money from the streams on our behalf, and we keep 100% of the revenue, and it goes right into our Tunecore accounts. So that's distribution. Publishing administration is for artists who write their own music or produce their own sound. So if someone decides to use their song or lyrics, the artist should be paid for that. So signing up with publishing administration makes sure that all of those royalties are collected and the artist is paid what they should be paid, okay? So with the help of music publishing administrators like Tunecore, you, the songwriter, the artist, you can relax knowing that the business of publishing is taken care of so that you can focus on creating. So that's the difference between publishing administrator and distribution services. So in case you haven't noticed already, this is a demo account that Tunecore hooked me up with to take you through how to sign up for publishing administration fresh, all right? So what I want to do now is I want to show you what it looks like when your royalties are collected and what they look like in your dashboard, in your Tunecore account coming in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to log out and I'm going to go to my own account so you can see what it looks like. So now that I'm in my account, after you've distributed and published your music and you're in your dashboard, you want to see your royalties. What you do is you first click on Money and Reports, and then you can scroll down to see all your income. So Tunecore Publishing Administration allows you to collect 100% of your royalties, and they show up right here in your Tunecore dashboard. So on the same page, you can actually click Withdraw Money on the right here. You can select how you want them to send your money as they collect it, and they'll put it right in your bank account for you. So just so you have some more background information about how this works and the benefit of Tunecore, there are actually 3 types of royalties that artists can collect. There are PROs, which are things like TV, radio, and streaming, mechanicals, things like record sales, and direct licensing, things like YouTube, lyrics, print, use of your masters, and things like that. And Tunecore collects all 3 of these for you. A regular performing rights organization or PRO like ASCAP and BMI, they only collect PROs, which actually represents about 50% of the total royalties that you could collect on average. And Tunecore collects everything. So that's the big benefit of publishing through Tunecore. You can see every transaction and know exactly where it's coming from, so you never have to worry. So you can actually see this in more detail in royalty payments and reporting. Your royalty statement, along with all the associated revenue, will be directly deposited into your Tunecore account 45 days after the end of each calendar quarter. So this report is itemized, so you can clearly see the amount and source of each payment. And it's just easy to know where everything is coming from. Like I said, I've used Tunecore for years, and I've always found them to be very fair and transparent with this stuff. But better than that is that as independent music artists, not only can we register an unlimited number of songs worldwide, we are also able to collect this revenue at source. And they give us full disclosure too. So everything from the country the purchase was made, the total amount it's sold for, the total you'll receive in your account, the name of the song, the type of royalty it was, everything's there. All right, so in summary, in this video, I showed you how to get your music onto places like Spotify and Apple Music and collect the royalties from that all in one location using Tunecore. I also took you back into my account and showed you exactly how those royalties come in, what it looks like, and all of the control that Tunecore gives you over your payments. So if you do have any questions about Tunecore, go ahead and leave them in the comments below. And remember, if this is your first time distributing your music on Tunecore, be sure to use this link to grab your 20% discount. I do get a small commission if you do sign up using my link, but there's no additional cost to you, and I appreciate your support. All right, that about wraps up this video. Until next time, this is Greg from musicianmonster.com. Rock on and prosper.